Isn't it interesting how you can go down to Haiti, watch a guy break some chicken bones, throw some stones in the street, and a guy somewhere 2 blocks away just broke his leg. You can fly over to Bali with your best friends, party all day on some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. But as soon as the sun sets, you'll notice the locals tend to leave the area. And I can attest to this. Strange things happen on the beaches of Bali at night. And right around here, somewhere probably close by, in the moss-covered low-hanging oak tree of the south, in a small church with an emphatic preacher, do you feel it? The energy in the house tonight? Someone's gonna walk today. And they do. The person who's been bound to a wheelchair for 15 years just stood up and walked across the stage. How? Because everybody in that room absolutely believed that they would. In Haiti, witchcraft is real because the collective belief there is that witch doctor is not to be f***ed with. And if he breaks some chicken bones or stabs a needle into a doll that looks like you in your direction, watch out. You don't actually have to believe it or not. It's the collective belief in that area. And this is what I think is so fascinating. If you transplant the aforementioned witch doctor to, let's say, the streets of Stockholm midwinter, snow's piled high, people have their hoods on, and they're walking negative 40 degrees as fast as they possibly can, maybe clutching a hot coffee to work. He breaks his chicken bones and throws the stones. It doesn't matter how many times he needle stabs the centered chest of that little doll. The Swedes are just going to look at him and say, "Oh, why is the foreign man throwing bones in the streets? Does he not know we don't litter in Sweden?" Because nobody in Sweden believes they can be hexed. They don't collectively believe in witchcraft. So it doesn't work there. It's not real there. So I started thinking about real. I started thinking about reality. What is reality? Well, given the previous depictions, it must indicate that there are multiple levels of reality. There's at least 3, maybe more, but it starts off very personal. That which predates all of the language, all of the technology that enables us to co-create stories, narratives that put us into a shared reality, is this very personal, unique version of soul, self, identity. Then, of course, there's the collective reality. Everybody's getting together, sharing in an experience, and whatever is happening there within that culture is real. And of course, above that is what seems to be like the physical reality. That which is of physics, of math. You know, it's like no matter how much somebody might wish away the rains for their beachside wedding, if there's a hurricane off the coast, you're about to have a wet wedding. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I really hope you're not wearing white. You know, often is the case that we can look out and see that there are individuals doing things that just seem weird, wacky, crazy. Why would you eat that? Wear that ridiculous outfit? Or look at that. Why are they spinning around so many times? What the hell is that for? Culture, or a small version of that, a cult, from an outside perspective, is almost like watching a bunch of people all playing a VR game together. And if you've ever put on VR goggles or watched somebody that does, it's profound. You just slide that thing on your head, tap it on, and within 15 seconds, your whole body is moving different. Oh, wow, this is wild. Magic wand. All of a sudden, you're a magician. Within 5 minutes, some people absolutely forget that they're playing VR in a store, and they have to get tapped like, "Sir, I'm sorry, sir, yeah, you just knocked over a child." And that's just in 5 minutes. Think about a life of indoctrination. Somebody who grew up in a cult or different culture than you, different religion, that's not the only thing that they believe, it's the only thing that they can see. I think that we need so much more open-hearted, open-minded communication and compassion with each other. It's so easy, especially in our wonderfully weird but modern world where everybody's online. And the most exciting thing to do is get aligned with a bunch of other people that have your one particular ideology or belief system, and then fight, battle, go to war with people of an opposing ideology. I honestly think that a lot of these ideologies are just, from the outside perspective, seeming to be opposing. At the core, they're probably all very similar. Similar because I think that, as is the case with having traveled now 65 countries, I see it cross-culturally. No matter where I go in the world, there is so much more alike within us than there is this perceived difference. The core of who we are and what we want, even though those affectations are radically different, the language we speak sounds like something from Star Wars to someone else, and the foods that some people choose to put in their body doesn't seem like a food source to us. The truth is, at the core of who they are, we're almost all the same. I think this is a fun conversation. I welcome you to take it into your life with your friends and family. And you know what would be really cool, since we're talking about others and alternate perspectives, different realities? Why don't you try something? I'm gonna give you a challenge. Go have a conversation with somebody in a radically different culture, and you might just find that they blow your mind.